So yeah, old Cambrils, still only a short walk from Wallossa, isn't it? Lovely little alleys and bits to wander around. Yeah, I just love that balcony back there in this alley, and the reason is it reminds me of the Uncharted games. And yes, I am 62 and I do have a PlayStation. Yes. In fact, the little pouch I have here is very similar to Nathan Drake's one, isn't it?
I don't know, I don't play the game.
Well, the one I use to keep the passports and euros in. I'll show you.
Oh, gee.
Alright. But I do tend to buy video games when they're quite old and I can get them for about £12. Which is why I'm usually talking about ones that are ancient. And then also in the old town you have this fantastic little square, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
There's other ways into it as well. There's many ways into it, yeah. And also across this side of the town there's the Lidl's, the Mercadona.
Yeah.
And there's a great, one of these Asian markets, don't quite know what to call them. You can buy almost anything. Yeah. It does you good to have been to the supermarket and you can see the Med shimmering away down there at the bottom of the road, you know. So we're up the pier again.
Yes.
It's a beautiful Sunday and the people everywhere, the Spanish are out promenading, walking around.
Yeah.
It's absolutely lovely. But the good news is all the fishing boats are in because it's Sunday. Yeah, we better have a look home.
Must we?
We better have a look.
Must
we can find a place to have a wee beer, would that be okay?
That'd be better.
That'd be better, after we've looked at the fishing boats. It's always about reward, isn't it? Carrot and stick, that's what it is. Now that's a boat, that's interesting. One has disappeared. I'll try and get these fishing boats in the background here. You can tell people are interested. Oh, Rona, look at that one. Can you not just see yourself crewing in that wee thing? No? You'd be unique. You'd be the only crewman not getting paid. It does sound like this walk up the pier is going to cost us something, is it?
Yep.
What can I limit it to? Just a beer?
Oh, I don't know.
Here again, we're just...
wandering.
What again? Just wandering. Seems to suit us better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you remember 20-something years ago? Those cold nights in December and the sound of the falling snow. The fire.
You see, what I thought this was going to cost us was a frozen backpack. Oh no, it's gone bad again. So apparently the cost of looking at a few fishing boats is an Aperol Spritz, a lunch and a new bag. Roughly €100.
Yeah, but the bag was only about 12 quid.
Yeah, but so what was the lunch?
It was dear.
You know what I'm
well,
saying?
Could you keep on tipping?
I think we need to...
Mega tipping.
The whole fishing boat. I'm not giving up my fishing boats.
Oh, you want to buy me lunch?
Oh God.
Or Aperol Spritz?
Oh God.
Choose your pick.
There's usually people mending nets in there, isn't there?
Yes.
We compare that to the fishermen mending the nets on the west coast of Scotland, eh? Oilskins on and rain teeming down round them, you know.
Yeah.
Beautiful place to work. So we're walking to Salou, eh?
Yeah.
At a very easy pace.
Yes.
So we'll time how long it is. I mean, we think it was about an hour and a quarter when we did it. But
that's an hour
that
we've been walking.
So we're nearly in Salou now, but the bit I really like is this bit just before you get there, and it's all empty holiday apartments, isn't it?
Yes,
and bars that are shut for obviously until the season starts again, probably about April, maybe they'll open up. March, April. And the reason I love it is because we went straight out of school, straight into full-time work in the second half of the 70s, didn't we?
Yeah.
I say full-time work because we had Saturday jobs and all that as well. And I went straight into a shipyard. Now, we didn't know anybody who'd been on holiday abroad, did we?
No.
Never mind going holiday abroad ourselves. It was kind of unheard of, you know. And it was really, and I left the shipyard just after I completed my apprenticeship, didn't I? And I went to work amongst all the travelling men that worked all around the country in the fabrication yards that were building the big oil platforms. So it was really, you know, well into the 80s before I came into contact with people who had been abroad on holiday.
Yeah.
Now, these guys that I worked with and travelled with, these were people from what were the industrial heartlands of Britain, Glasgow shipyards, Newcastle, Sunderland, Teesside, you know.
Yeah.
And they probably lived in that type of housing, you know, the tenements and the large housing estates that had been built to accommodate workers for these industries, really, you know. And what I love is walking about here and remembering what joy it must have been for these guys
Oh, God, yes.
to get out of that environment and spend time here. So that took us, to walk from Wallossa to the Salou sign?
An hour and a half.
About an hour and a half. I think that sort of upbringing and lifestyles made us very, very appreciative of everything.
Yeah.
You know, we're still astonished that we can do this. So we won't pretend we know much about Salou, will we? But it's a busy, thriving little short place, isn't it?
Aye.
Told it's got a good nightlife, but you know, how would we know?
Beyond us.
How would we know? But that restaurant's my new favourite place, that
Oh,
the
definitely.
Italian, yeah. I mean, menu of the day, €13.90, €13.90.
Yeah.
During the day, at night, €15.90. And the other reason we don't know much about Salou is by the time we've walked an hour and a quarter, hour and a half to get here, we're exhausted, aren't we?
Yes.
So usually just a wee wander around the centre. Beautiful, isn't it?
It's a lovely
Quite,
centre,
lovely,
yeah.
plenty of shops, great
Yeah.
place to be. We've never been able to get into the history of the place, really.
No, I mean, that building there is...
Well, there is some
stunning.
fantastic buildings round about here. But for us, it's walk along the seafront and find a bus stop that's got Cambrils on it. So that's the weather quite definitely turned now, isn't it?
Definitely, yes.
So Loansman asked for a little bit about the site, so here it is. So the campsite's Camping, Wallossa and Cambrils, and I suppose the important thing is the pitch types, isn't
Yes.
it? So they have the cheapest ones, the standard pitch. I mean, they're fine, but they're quite short.
Yeah.
Now, a 6 metre van, probably, well, it is okay,
It
a
is
6
okay.
metre van. Bigger vans tend not to use them. It is the cheapest, and there's only one row of them, isn't there?
Yes.
The most expensive pitches are the Superior Pluses, they're called, aren't they? And if you really want on-site waste and on-site water, on-pitch water and waste, that's the only ones that have got it. And there's only 12 of them.
Yeah.
And they're terraced. There's a lower level and there's a higher level. But the pitches we always use are the ones they call Superior, the mid-range ones. Now, mostly they don't have waste and water on pitch, obviously, but they do always have a good degree of separation, don't they?
Yes.
Some of them it's a couple of trees only. Most of them it's hedges
Yes.
of different thickness and sizes. Where we are just now is a particularly high hedge. You know, I don't know what that is. It's probably 4.5 feet or something. It does vary a bit, but they are the ones that will give you the best separation.
Yes.
Now, the other thing I would say about them, if you read reviews of this site, you'll quite often hear bigger vans complaining that the pitches are not long enough.
Yeah.
And that's kind of true if you've got a big unit. They do come here, and they go on diagonally.
Yes.
You have to go on a bit diagonally, you know. Now, actually, I've just jumped out and measured this, and this pitch is 7.3 metres long, so perfect for the 6 metre van. But bear in mind, I'm about 900 mil forward of the hedge there, so I can get in the back doors. There's ones longer and there's ones shorter. So we're out and about again. So up through Cambrils Old Town. If you follow the river up from the sea on a Wednesday, we have this market here. It's pretty much the same as every other market, but
It's big.
kills a bit of time, doesn't it? So Andy and Bev were asking which seafood restaurant we were going to, and it's this one here. But to be honest, they're all pretty much the same, aren't they? No idea what it says, Lancora and Lissu. I guess they own 2 or 3 bits along the front here. Eh? But today we're hoping to go to La Selva, aren't we?
Yeah.
We should say a bit about budget, and we go to the long stay. If you've seen our earlier videos, you'll have seen we go to a much quieter long stay place, don't we?
Yes.
First. And the idea is that we don't spend a lot there. We're cooking for ourselves almost always.
Yeah.
And we save a bit of money there on our budget that we allow. And then when we come here, which is a bit busier, to Cambrils, we can cut loose a little bit more, can't we? That seems to work for us.
Yeah.
La Selva, the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle.
Thank you so much. So, what can we say?
It's gone bad again.
Yeah, I mean, La Selva, what a fantastic
Brilliant
place. The
place.
jungle, La Selva and Cambrils. I mean,
Brilliant.
lovely people, Matthias and Sylvia.
Lovely.
And what a cracking way to spend a couple of hours on a wet, kind of dreich
Yeah, it's
Spain
really.
February afternoon, you know.
Yeah,
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
yeah,
So that's it for another week.
yeah.
It's next week we're leaving here, aren't we?
Yes.
Going up to Harrow. Unbelievably, it's supposed to snow here next week.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. This might be in 1080p rather than 4K because last week's video took 30 hours to upload, didn't
Yeah.
it? So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, all we have to do now is say cheerio to Cleo, Charlie and Joey. And we do hope everybody's a great week again, don't we? Really do
Yeah.
hope people have a great week. And we'll see you next week, maybe in the snow.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Bye.